Hey, welcome back to the Car Doctor Studios. I'm Tim. Thanks for stopping by. Hey, anyway, we got a no start on the rack here. I got a pretty good idea about what the problem is, and it's a pretty common one. I believe it affects probably like 02 through 05 Nissan products. This one's a Sentra with the 1.8. They're having some issues with the crank position sensors. There is a recall on some of these, and you can check and see if the recall's been done on your rig. If you end up with a problem like this, you can call the dealer with your VIN, and they can tell you whether or not the crank position sensor's been replaced with an updated part. But basically, this one came in on the hook. No start, no spark, no fuel, and no go. Sucks for him. So anyway, basically testing is going to involve a process of sticking a 4-channel lab scope. Actually, you'd have a 1-channel lab scope. And I'm going to use my 4-channel lab scope and connect it to the signal wire on the crank position sensor. Crank sensor is located on the back side of the engine block, and we'll raise it up and connect our meter, and then we'll just crank it and see what we get. A lot of times these are just dead to the world. They'll all of a sudden quit. They can be temperature related where they'll quit and start going again. But I don't even know if I should get this car going again. There's absolutely no tread left on the tires. I wonder sometimes. Wonder what I'm doing here. That's a pretty handy little feature there. It's called a flexible battery hold down. You know, a lot of people use bungee cords. This guy's just, you know, probably put some gum underneath the battery, and it's holding it down. Anyway, I'm going to go ahead and raise it up. I'll show you where the crank position sensor is located, and we'll run a quick scope check on it. Okay, we got it up in the air. We got a good look at the tires, and they're scary. I don't usually film horror shows, but this is a horror show. So anyway, here I've got the connector disconnected from the crank sensor. It's just here below the starter, and I'm going to back probe the signal wire, which is the center wire. It's the yellow wire on the center of the 3-pin connector. So let me back probe that, get my meter hooked up and grounded, and I've also put a starter switch on here and turn the key on so I can just crank the vehicle and then we'll run a signature test on it. Okay. Well, let's see what we got. Oh boy. Not much. Make sure my meter's hooked up properly. Kind of hard to see in there. Try one more time here. Same deal. Okay, I back probed the power wire on that, and it looks like I've got good voltage. And also, when I fiddled with the back probe on the signal side, I heard the fuel pump energize. So I know now that the circuit's good, clear to the PCM. It's actually triggering the fuel pump relay because it thinks it's cranking. So I am condemning the crank sensor. It's just one 10mm bolt to remove it. So let's see if we can replace it. Okay, here's your old sensor. That kind of was a bear to get out. I've worked it back and forth. I tried grabbing it with pliers and wrenching on it just to get it past that little O-ring seal. It was just stuck. I only used a pry bar to kind of get at it. So here's some moment of truth. By the way, sir, your tire is flat. See how... Oh, baby. Oh, baby. This is sweet. This has the sweetest stereo I've ever seen. It changes colors. Is it safe to drive? Not safe to drive. Safe to drive? No. Go. Stop. Well, another great success story here. It's no surprise. There always end up being a success story here at the Car Doctor Studios. We appreciate you watching. Hey, thanks to all the people that have said, Tim, please blink more. I really appreciate it. Thanks for looking out for me. I've been trying to blink my eyes a lot more. It keeps them wet and keeps dirt out of them. And man, I appreciate all the tips. Thanks for all the helpful, positive input. Thanks for all the thumbs up. And appreciate you guys. Have a nice day. Good luck with your repairs. Take care.